the sewer mermaid, but this time he's changed his colors. Not literally, but like he's playing Terran. So the roles have been reversed. He is the Terran, his opponent, the Protoss. From what I understand, Florencio has very limited Terran experience. Some might argue he also has very limited Protoss experience, but that's a bit more philosophical. So we'll have to see. There is the Protoss Tommy over here, by the way, in all caps. Both players, all caps. The boys are pulled! Oh, you can butter a lot of biscuits here. The SCV on its way to the Protoss base. And then one more SCV behind. Wait. The command center is coming for the micro potential. Does Tommy have any idea what's about to happen? He's already on a second gate. Oh, he's gonna go straight for the pylon. The probes are pulled, but not enough of them! He was expecting one SCV. There's not gonna be a zealot. The pylon is exposed at the wall. Yeah, that zealot is way too late. Wait, what? How do you also proxy a barracks? He's gonna go straight for the gateways. In the main base, there's a forge. He's gonna fall back to the cannons. A hard wall could actually keep the SCVs out. It looks like Florencio has decided he wasn't a huge fan of mining from his main. So instead, he will mine from this base because this was all just, he was just expanding with his first base, okay? That is a very creative strategy. Now, he did not go up the ramp to see if he could actually kill the probes off. So there will be a cannon. He won't be getting in. But. So, let's go to the vision. Tommy, no idea. Florencio, also no idea what's on top of the ramp. And he doesn't care. He just doesn't care. He's just gonna... Not even a single SCV scouting. Doesn't matter to him. His work here is done. No orbital. I'm not sure what the strat is. He might not know what the hotkey for orbital command or any other hotkey is. It's a real concern. There is still a probe. Tommy still had a probe on the map from scouting earlier on. He's going to try to re-expand. He might have to take a page out of his opponent's book, especially when he plays Protoss. This expansion doesn't make very much sense because he has built a literal wall of pylons in between himself and his main, making this base somehow just a few steps away, but miles apart. He's gonna go ahead and kill his own pylon. There is no cyber core, which means this Reaper could potentially be microed to victory on its own. It's unlikely it will win the game all by itself. There's an engineering bay. Well, Florencio's gonna hop in, but unfortunately for him, the cannon is in place to get not enough hits. The Reaper's in. The probes are pulled. I moved the camera. The Reaper, still 10 HP is plenty. The probes were on the chase. He's got more zealots coming out. He's not going to get any kills thus far, but he can go back in. The Reaper regen kicks in. The probes have to be pulled. One probe still with its timeless duty of killing its own pylon. The Reaper trying to escape. The micro intense. The APMs in the dozens. Reaper still being chased down by Zealots, but Zealots don't have jetpacks. That doesn't come till charge. The Zealots I mean, Florencio can't really find much of an opportunity to actually attack the probes. So, it's really just a distractic here. Oh, slides past the side blades. We'll shake it off. And this, everyone is being... Oh, but there's something coming. He didn't expect... He's gonna lead the Zealots to the natural. He's gonna lead the Zealots to the natural. Will he load up the SCVs with this? The Zealots are coming down the ramp to engage the Reaper, but meanwhile, a command center floats into the base! He does have an engineering bay! Let's go to the Tommy action cam. Tommy, he doesn't see it. Tommy, he sees a command center in his base! What does he do? The Zealots are on the way, but the Reapers can come back in, the bait and switch. Now, he didn't bring us. Is he going to try to escape? He's going to go right back out, but this means a lot of probes are going to die. The Reaper micros away at the last second. Still 52 supply for Tommy, up against just 24 for Florencio. I have the best words. Now, there's only... The unit count is 7 Zealots and 3 Reapers. Or 7 Zealots and 2 Stalkers against 3 Reapers. If only Tommy knew. But Tommy don't know. And what Tommy don't know can definitely hurt him. If he just walked over here, he would more than likely be able to kill everything. Florencio's gonna go ahead and build a zoning planetary fortress. Just keep things safe. Coming in with the Reapers. The Zealots are already there! But somehow all 4 Reapers live for now. Warp gate is done. Florencio would not approve, but he's not really in a position to argue. Oh no! Explosions! But all the Reapers down for the count. Tommy, all he needs now is to figure out what's happening. But has he been traumatized? Too much. Is he too scared to move out because of Florencio's, well, intense harassment, the likes of which we definitely are going to need a new hashtag movement for. 25 to 70 supply. Welcome back to Gold League. Delusions of Grandeur. Featuring our sewer mermaid and his unwitting victim/opponent. Tommy can technically... He can technically see... Well, he saw the mining. He doesn't see the SCVs, but if he looked, he would see the mining. We gotta go to the Tommy cam. Tommy trying to take a third base? What is this? Did you watch a winter guide or something that said you should just expand? What are you doing, Tommy? Don't you know that guy's a noob? Planetary fortress on the way. I mean, planetary fortress is done. Wait, are there any... Oh, we figured it out! Florencio... Wait, did he? Does he actually know? Well, Florencio is now building turrets within vision range of the army. So, this is a little bit of a giveaway. But there is a tank now. The barracks is going to give high ground vision. The fortress of Florencio. Wait, he's going to tank push in. Can the SCVs... I guess they can get past the tank. The full army. But wait, there's a planetary. He's building more tanks. Planetary fortresses, the titan of the battlefield, especially at this level in the Meta Leagues. Does he go towards it? Tanks and planetaries combined for some big volleys. Florencio gonna expand to the most obvious location, which is, of course, the least obvious location. High ground vision provided by the barracks. The tanks, of course, as tanks do, have very great range. Gonna go ahead and keep shelling. The cannon's taken down. Wait, is he... That's very optimistic. It looks like he's going for the backup planetary. The tank's still doing a lot of damage. They haven't killed much yet, but just the sheer amount of splash damage. The planetary, does he even know you can load SCVs into it? He may not. Will it matter? It might not. Tommy just has given up on holding his own main, which is, well, like, kind of sad. There are 2 surveillance mode observers just chilling. He could see how sad his own base very easily. His own base is very my words aren't working anymore. All the tanks are clustered. He's just gonna try to kill the base of Florencio. The tanks are gonna turn their guns on the main army of Tommy. Tommy going deep in the paint. He's in the mineral line. The tank's still doing terrible, terrible damage. The SCV's gotta block out. The tanks, are they gonna kill? The Immortal holds for long enough. The last tank stands. There's a planetary in the main. Just SCVs left over. The planetary doesn't protect the mineral line. The SCVs are called in to fight. But the boys look like they're gonna take the win in this bout. The planetary killed the cybernetics core. He's working on the warp gate. The Immortals come up. Immortals a pretty hard counter to everything. But this planetary, does it have the... Can he get the last shot? No! 2 HP, 0 fucks. The Immortal blasts through. Did what most of the rest of the entire Gateway army could not. Cybercore being rebuilt. Tommy trying to return once again for the 3rd or 4th time this game to some semblance of normalcy. Florencio never even considered it. He's gonna go ahead and... Wait, is Florencio going to do... Of course, what other move but re-expand to his once and future main. 3 Marine hit squad coming in. Actually gonna find some pretty serious probe kills. The army's coming down. The probes are just standing there and taking it. Because at the same time tanks are going, these 3 Marines are killing all the probes! Tommy's not paying any attention. Tommy's gonna lose all the probes at the 3rd. They will be pulled, but far too late. Remember, this all started with an SCV rush. The Marine? Yeah, so it's a pretty good. Their Phoenix is out. I don't know if Tommy is equipped micro or macro wise to handle Phoenixes, but this is like giving a toddler a Bugatti. Stop it, Kanye. He can drive back the barracks. There's a no man's land on the edge of Tommy's base. Florencio now has, we're gonna say, 3 bases. The worker counts are getting surprisingly close to even. Is there high-sec auto-tracking? Somehow Florencio has avoided getting a single upgrade of any kind. Which is, I mean, the barracks, I'm gonna go ahead and say this was intentional, is hiding the siege tank underneath it. 2 Widow Mines come out. Where did they even come from? Did they just walk in? I believe they did. There's a planetary protecting this base. Tommy is boxed in. I mean, not literally. He could just walk. I mean, where would he go? In a conventional game, you'd be like, well, now he can just walk across the map and kill him. But unfortunately for him, across the map is nothing. A barren wasteland, like his 3rd base's mineral line, as the Widow Mines continue to slaughter probes. 1 probe will angrily try to avenge its brothers. Or at least probe mates. But wait. There's more. He's not quite done yet. The cannon will help with detection. Oh, he retargets it. Tommy is panicking, but he still maintains a significant supply lead. He's got Immortals, he's got charge lots, he's got +1, he's just trying to keep it together. All he has to do is put it all together and bring this game. Florencio's gonna mine out the base outside the base. Fortunately for him, he has the entire rest of the map open to him. Which is, I mean, a lot of bases. Phoenix is. There's a fusion core on the way. It appears the obvious transition here will be battle cruisers, as for most games anywhere between high bronze and low plat, if the game goes on long enough, the Terran will eventually get battle cruisers no matter what. No matter what. The big robots and the big ships are very important. Still, Florencio has managed to go so far without building a single upgrade. His first upgrade will be... For those of you... Well... Anyways. Yamato cannon. It looks like Florencio cleared out. There was a Widow mine at the base, but the tanks continue to siege. Two battlecruisers and two Tempests on the way. There's no way he knows he's going battlecruiser, and I'm pretty sure Florencio doesn't know he's going Tempest. He technically saw the fusion core, but did that factor in? Tommy has a massive supply. He's looking to break Florencio once and for all. But at what cost? Disruptor kills half a dozen of his own zealots. You gotta be careful with those things. The planetary fortress going to work, but it's watch has ended. Stop shooting yourself in the face, Tommy, please. This tank has 10 kills. The Tempest! No, the target fire! Tommy microed, and that was his critical mistake. The Tempest flew over. The disruptors are just all over the place. What are you doing? Now, that was a costly endeavor. What? There's a battle cruiser! It jumped into the third! Somehow Tommy is down on workers. What kind of response? Unfortunately, a couple Tempests died to turrets. Tommy is out of minerals. The Stalkers are coming in. Blank Stalker is not terrible against unupgraded battle cruisers. It's a numbers game, though. How many battle cruisers? There are 3 battle cruisers on the map. Eventually survive long enough and get battle cruisers. A classic Terran strategy being utilized here once again. A jump. He jumps into the main. Now he's targeting the rubble bay, which is, well, and then Yamato's the cyber core, so some indecision here from Florencio's battlecruisers, and the jump means he doesn't have it off cooldown. Possibly the only things that don't really matter in this exchange. There are 6 more command centers in production. He's got more CCs than an angry email chain. The Tempest is going to work. Everything on the ground will angrily look up at the battlecruisers that they can't shoot. There's another battlecruiser at the third. That one does have a jump ready. One of the battlecruisers... This is still going. 18 kills, 5 kills, and so much time for Tommy wasted. A single Tempest, the one that survived the great ordeal at the turrets, will force a battlecruiser to jump back. Florencio's base is the only place where players almost never expand. Because, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Wait, how many orbitals does he have? 2 orbitals. The rest could be planetaries by the end of this. Tommy still has a higher supply. But the battlecruiser count, he's at 5 and counting. Tommy, to his credit, trying to keep things together. Unfortunately, losing 61 probes thus far has not helped very much. Now, Florencio learning the beauty of repair. The battlecruiser's back to full HP. The only upgrade, Yamato Cannon, well, technically called weaponry. He jumps to the mine! What does Tommy do? Tommy somehow doesn't know about any of this. The pylon goes down. Those Tempests ain't happening. I don't even know if he was building. The rest of the army comes back. Tommy cannot abide. I don't even think he has the army to beat this. 10 Stalkers and 2 Tempests. 1 Tempest. Good luck with that. That single Tempest still desperately shelling. But in come the Yamato cannons, and that Tempest is very dead. The battlecruiser micro. Like microing a galleon of old. There are more cruisers. As he's cruising, somehow Tommy still has the supply lead, but so much of it is in Immortals and Disruptors and Zealots. And also in... Wait, actually, I have no idea. I guess he just has a lot of Immortals. Oh, he has 5 Immortals. Okay, I counted wrong. Because I can't read. I never learned how. Tommy, what's gonna happen when he finds the multiple... The triple planetary defense! The fortress of Florencio may have moved, but it has also grown. Will Tommy, almost by accident, be drawn into finding this base? Got 1 planetary. Looks like it... Yeah, 1 planetary falls. Unfortunately, Tommy's entire army is down for the count. Florencio wins the match! Tommy... Honestly, that was almost as much of a mental victory as an overall victory. The strategies at play, incomprehensible to anyone, including those who were playing. Florencio, even as Terran, finding a way. A sewer mermaid doesn't see race, it just sees a beautiful lack of basic understanding of how to play StarCraft. If you would. Thank you to Florencio for sending that. Interesting to see how diverse the branches of strategy are. Make sure to check him out on Twitch, of course. Streaming most days, right? But yeah, thank you very much, Florencio. But we're going to be